Hi friends, this is Sarah. Welcome to Crafting and Relaxing. Thank you so very much for joining me in my craft room and taking the time to spend with me. That's why I call you my friend. This is weekend updates. It's not a tutorial, it's what's going on in my craft room that might not appear in other videos. It's inspiration and tidbits. So if you were looking for a lot of content, this might not be the video for you. First, let's check out our mail. I also posted a funny envelope picture on Instagram today, but that one's still serving quarantine. I don't know if you guys are quarantining your mail. Maybe I'm weird. It just seems like a good idea. This is from Kathy Folk. She's Stampin' Cat. Oh, she puts foam on so her things don't get messed up. That's a really good idea. Look at that. Hello, friend. Kathy, I pulled this paper off the shelf and was looking at it just yesterday, thinking maybe it's time. Maybe I should use it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kathy, I am so honored to have this card from you. You're my first card I wanted to send a card to. Kathy is newly retired from healthcare. That was a long, amazing career, Kathy. And she made sheet load, and this was the sheet load template. If you want more information, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I'll fill you in on those. This is just adorable, and I love how you did your scallop and your enamel dots. And this paper, oh, just love it. Gorgeous. And then, oh, she's put a bunch of blue goodies in here for me. Oh, look at these. Butterflies and birds and stars and bows. Look at those cute little punches, too. See, I quarantined it long enough, so I know I don't have to worry when I touch the little plastic bag. Is that weird? Are you guys not doing that? Oh my gosh. Kathy, this is so sweet. I'm working on a lot of stuff that these will go nicely with. This is a neat punch. I don't have anything like that. So cute. These types of shapes are just great to build your embellishment clusters on. I mean, when you see this, doesn't it inspire you to glue some cute stuff on top of it? Thank you so much. Oh, and look at all these little ones in the bag too. I'm going to actually just not put them back so I have easy access to them. Here we go. Just pop them right in there. Thank you so much, Kathy. That's so sweet, and I'm glad that you're enjoying my channel, and I hope you're having a great time in retirement and staying nice and safe. Here in the U.S., it's Memorial Day weekend, so it's a long weekend. I'm enjoying all that extra time, and also we take time to honor people. That's what Memorial Day is about. I just wanted to share a couple of random things with you. One of my feet came off of my Tim Holtz glass mat, and this is I cut the top off because it fit in the drawer better, the super glue foam tape from Dollar Tree. It's super thick compared to some others. So one day I was sitting here and my glass mat was rocking and it was annoying me and I was kind of sad. Then I slapped one of these on the bottom. It's almost perfect. So if that happens to you, just put one on the bottom and move on. The other thing I wanted to show you is many times we see people that have butterflies that layer up, you know, they have the layering dies or that sort of thing. If you have two butterflies that are either exactly the same or similar, and you want to add more interest, you can glue those centers together. You can put foam mount in the middle. You can just put glue. You can put a staple like Crystal did on those cute ones she sent to me. But also, you can take a hole punch. I have super tiny, sort of tiny, and normal size, whatever you have. This one, you could go like this and put two of those. And then when you layered it up, it would show the black and white through. And if you have different sizes, you could go a little bit smaller. So if you don't have the kind of hole punch or the dies that layer and take stuff out of that second layer for you, you can do it. Something like that. And it lets that color underneath it show through, or it would let the card behind it show through. Just a fun thing. I've done it on a couple of cards, but I keep forgetting to point it out or say anything. So I thought that you might want to see it. Keep in mind, card making and crafts, they go through trends. Butterflies are super trendy right now. I'm having a great time with them. But if you don't have butterfly dies, your world won't end. Next year it could be, I don't know, mushrooms, gnomes, right? I mean, you never know. And don't worry, if you're not into butterflies, that's fine. Some people aren't. If you recall, Emily sent me, I know, I keep showing it, but it's adorable, this adorable little junk journal. I'm just in awe of it. And she had this gorgeous blue paper in it. And I asked her about it, and she said it was food coloring. And I thought, well, I don't cook. Well, I have a ridiculous amount of inks, right? I shouldn't have to go buy food coloring to dye my paper. Funny thing happened. I am 99% sure that these are the only 2 products I put in the water. And the Distress Oxide, maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe it was too creative and fun. Periwinkle, maybe it kind of came apart, you know, touch of purple in there. But look what I ended up with. Which, I mean, it's gorgeous. If you're making pastel stuff, it's gorgeous. It has some almost teal, some pink, leaning towards purple. Has some nice variation in it. These were, I don't know, these were Stampin' Up, I think, and they didn't take the color as well. I don't know where these came from. I think Tony gave these to me, so I'm not sure what the actual source was. The papers, I loved these really blue edges that I got, and I just did it in a big cookie sheet, kind of like I would do tea dyeing. I have a video on my channel about tea dyeing paper, so I used the same concepts, but look how much pink I got. It's really kind of strange how my papers came out. This is a really blue edge, but these red really, really pink. Look at this one. I couldn't believe it. The distress dotting is pretty cool, but I was surprised at how pink. Now, in the water, these looked almost purple. Like I thought I was going to get some really cool purples. So that's one thing that's funny about here. Down here, it is kind of purple when you drain things off. So if you're doing tea dyeing or anything like that, be sure that you let it sit long enough, because I might have liked these a little better had I let them sit, but I love this fun blue edge. And it's not, it might not show too well on camera, but they are definitely not white anymore. I mean, I took the white out of them. I think they're super fun. They're not going to work in my 4th of July journal because they're like pinkish purple, but still very fun. And I think these doilies will be fun for some project. They would be really neat in a junk journal if I'm doing one in that color palette, but I don't think I have one on my plans for right now. But at some point, they'll get in one. So anyway, if you have different inks, play with them. See what happens. Other stuff. I finished Smash That Small Paper Pad and No Paper Left Behind, and then still had plenty of month left. So I've just been doing other things. I got into the mixed media. I've started working on my cover for my collaboration with melodymade.com. She's here on YouTube as Making Memories with Melody. And if you didn't see that red, white, and blue happy mail that she sent me, she makes these fancy flow kits. You probably want to check that out. So I've just been going through my shelves and getting other things, sort of like last month, and clearing them out. So I did For the Record 2 by Lori Whitlock. This is blues and greens. I love the color palette, but it's really been sitting around in my craft room for a while. This says 7 of 18 on it, and I think I had stickers that went with it that were even older. So I put together a bunch of cards, and I'm not sure if I'm not going to go through them all in here because they'll be too long. Maybe I'll show some of them in my goals video. I'm churning out so much stuff, and I don't want to make a million videos, so I'm not really sure what my plan is there. Then I got out Rustic Elegance. It has not made the cut more than once on No Paper Left Behind. You guys just haven't picked it. It was Cartabella and it was calling to me, and I just couldn't take it anymore. We are gonna do a giveaway. Here's the deal. I made this journal and I was headed junky. That's what I was doing. But I stopped before I decided if it's for newlyweds or someone celebrating romance. So This might be, you could turn it into an anniversary album. You could turn it into a book if somebody like your son or daughter is getting married. I don't know. You could do whatever. I'm going to include the stuff, but it hasn't picked a direction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video later in the week. We'll do a flip through. I would show you the direction I would take it or what I would do with it, different ideas, and we'll do the giveaway on there. Okay? Watch for that one later in the week if you're interested. I love these Cartabella papers. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't leave it sitting anymore. Here's a couple of cards that I made with it. Nothing too exciting. I was just using up the paper. These are so simple and I just love them. The paper was so gorgeous, I didn't want to cover it up. So I took this stamp down, inked it up really well, and I put Wink of Stella on the flowers. Can you see that? Maybe not. And it's just very simple. You're in my thoughts often and in my heart always. I could send them for all sorts of things. So I was just using up the paper, and then there's scraps in there for the winter also. I have a couple sewing projects I want to do. They've been on my list for a while. It's part of outside, setting up cushions and stuff for the bus stop. My butterfly punch should be coming anytime. I did order that one that Crystal made me tiny butterflies with. I'm going to do a live today at 3 o'clock. So that's 3 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, 3 o'clock in Oregon, if that helps you at all. And I'm going to make a few scrap cards. I'm going to show you why I keep branding strips and silly things in a bag. And I think I'll show you some fabric ones too. If you quilt or you have a friend that's a quilter, their trash is your treasure for card making. And it's so easy and so pretty. It's ridiculous and super low cost. That's all my updates. My apologies if I forgot to tell you something. If you have any questions, you can pop into the live or leave me a comment. And I'm probably going to do 3 videos a week for a while. Definitely not every day, but I don't want to get too far through a project and then realize I forgot to share it with you. So I'm still figuring that out. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure you're taking time for crafting and relaxing, and have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.